you want to talk about Unhinged. As far as storyline, as far as stories, as far as actions on and off his professional field, so to speak. Um, what more can I say? Like he's literally a game changer in more than one ways. Like he's the reason why left tackles get paid as much as they do. He's the reason why you can't hit the quarterback a certain way no more. He's the reason why you gotta check the blood before the game.
He's the reason why they have anger management counseling in the NFL.
By far, by far, we're talking Lawrence, Lightning, Taylor, arguably the best defensive player in NFL history. Without a doubt, first ballot Hall of Famer. A dude who you feared to see. You didn't want to see him coming on the field, but if y'all was heading toward a party, you wouldn't want to be with nobody else. Dude, Lawrence Taylor, man. Let's dive in, dude. What can I say? He played 13 seasons with the Giants, and in my opinion, I would put him in number one. He's the greatest defensive player of all time. Like he's such instant impact, and he's always been that way. It's crazy. All American, University of North Carolina, NFL Defensive Player, Rookie of the Year, and NFL Defensive Player of the Year in his rookie season. Dude, we want to talk about a dude who was laying camp. Oh, I said laying camp, laying the wood during training camp, through the season, out the season, all the way until they wins, all the wins that they accumulated in his rookie season. This dude, Lawrence Taylor, is regarded, like I said, as one of the best of all time. And it's no secret. Well, it might be a secret. It's never been confirmed, but they say the secret behind that rookie season had to do with a lot of fairy dust, a lot of magical substances that took his game to the next level. That was, fed to him through the coaches, and who's to say that it was or who to say that it wasn't. But at that time, Coca-Cola used to put couple dustings in their product back in the early days to give it that little when you drink it out the can. So, hey, look, I'm not saying this, I'm not saying that, but anyway.
But I do believe he said, in like the late '80s, he was spending $1,000 on Coca-Cola and women. Like he was having a great time. I believe one of his quotes is, "For me, crazy as it seems, there's a real relationship between wild and recklessness, abandonment off the field, and being that way on the field." So for him, what he's saying is, to be a crazy man on the field, you got to be a crazy man off the field.
Man, and you're not lying. Off the field here, before we dive back into his on the field situation, this wasn't no secret. Like I said, he ever since his rookie year, like I said, used illicit drugs, so to speak. Thousands of dollars on coke and women, like Mr. Casey said. Drinking, partying, taking his teammates out. But I mean, when you perform on the field the way you do, why not party? I mean, we're talking the '80s here. Like, I mean, this is the purest time in all of cocaine history. And I know this is a family show. Don't let your kids watch it if you never told them what cocaine was, because this is a real life thing. You know what I'm talking about? So back then, Lawrence Taylor, like I said, I mean, between that, his investments and tax issues, he's got a lot going on personally. Putting hands on people, body, well, not bodying people. We got somebody else with that later on. But on the field though, impeccable. NFL Defensive Player of the Year and MVP all in one season. NFL champion. He was at one point the all-time sack leader with 20.5 in one season. And like I said, he's the reason why they pay left tackles as much as they do. He's a career ender. And it took the nastiest NFL hit you ever receive him laying it down on Washington Commanders quarterback. So we're politically correct. It was Redskins back then. Joe Theismann, and tore him off. And I mean, when I say tore him off, it's like how you split a flat when you're about to eat the chicken. It was just like that.
Mm. Yeah, yeah. It's a very accurate description. Now, look, folks, I know we normally say allegedly when we talk about things like drugs and fights and
Well,
stuff,
look at
but
this.
he was suspended in '87 and again in '88. Never failed to test again because, it's a three-strike policy in the NFL during that period. So one more, and we see a legacy cut short over
Man,
Coca-Cola.
man, you ain't lying. So he cleaned up the last 4 years and had us finish out with a solid career, 13 years. 1999 went into the NFL Hall of Fame
Rightfully so.
as, yeah, rightfully so, deservedly so. Like we said, dude, when the Super Bowl was over, after they won the Super Bowl, like I said, dude, let's just talk about it. I mean, I don't even know if this has ever happened again, but it probably will never happen again. People don't really talk about it. He won the NFL Defensive Player of the Year, the MVP, and the Super Bowl. He was unanimous. He was the first ever unanimous MVP of the league, all in 1 year, and won the
Yeah.
championship in '86. Like, it's the greatest season in NFL history. Dang there.
Yeah, and then let's not forget at this point in the NFL, you'll have trouble finding a defensive player being a candidate for MVP. So that, and even back then it wasn't super
It
common.
was rare.
It was, you had to be a standout guy, and it really just highlights the kind of person he really was.
Yeah, especially on the field. Like I said, I mean, he became, like I said, there was only two people. He was the second player in NFL history to receive NFL MVP. So like I said, especially he was the, like I said, first unanimous. So that says with all itself, like I said, after a 14-2 season, going crazy and winning the Super Bowl, dude. Anyway, like I said, so they beat Denver as tradition. Like I said, that's what I said. The football's better when the Giants are good, baby, because they beat Denver in the Super Bowl, and anybody but Denver, as far as I'm concerned. So
Right.
LT, you did me an ultimate favor before my time even started, and I salute you, sir. Not only that, like I said, he's a video game star, and he's a movie star. Like I said, mentioned featured in Adam Sandler films, LT Training Camp. He taught Bobby Boucher how to tackle, so to speak, and you know what I'm saying. He got his Porsche stolen. But like I said, he was a good dude. Been in Sopranos, Any Given Sunday. He was in Shaft. So Lawrence Taylor's just a star through and through. Long story short.
Yeah, and you guys should check out our top seven football movies. We have our list. Our video is out. Check it out. He might make an appearance.
I'm trying to tell you. And it might be a movie that's rated high on the list. You might want to check it out. But yeah, long story short though, LT he's a treat to have on and off the field. Personal troubles, legal troubles, or not. Even as far as recent troubles. He was arrested most recently back in 2021. Um, Only because he got caught up with some stuff a long time ago, and he is registered as a sex offender. So that's he's kind of unhinged. You gotta kind
Well, unhinged
of.
though.
I gotta bring that info to you. I can't just say that he's not, even though the whole thing behind it is circumstantial. But we all remember when that happened, and so to speak, he's still on the list. Like I said, it was all a misunderstanding as far as I could tell, as far as it was set up. But LT unhinged from the start to the finish, always looking for a party.
Yeah. From day one, he was an A1. That's all I'm going to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Lawrence Lightning Taylor.